Good morning, everyone. My protocols are not later. Kutanya kwa tungamira because my protocols are getting from kana chita mnezi tunga kunonzi kutonga inga no ndobunetwa maprotocols hanze vaniki navaniki but isusu kana chita zvekunyora zvina protocols ndosaka mchiona kuti kana anengonzi professor anomunyorwa monza anonzi anika anonzi doctor achimbopo ari mesita saka pana patisi kuzoteera nyaya dzemaprotocols nokuti tauya kuti tigozotaura nenyaya yenyorwa or literature that has been created by our esteemed writer. Books, but before he launches these books, there's a little story that I wanted to talk about. When I was growing up, 1984, I was doing my grade 5 then, in 1984. Some poems, and I still remember my age, who were in grade 5 in 1984. I remember one of these poems. It says, Cobbler made my shoe getting down by 2:30. So it into town. Try what we go to the table for Yonwa to sit down to Fure from what's to the table was not from who got that she was wearing I went to school on Monday, and what did I see? I see a man jumping just like me. Those are the till grade 5, Makorewa, 1984. I see. Zvakadanza izvozvo ndakasangana zvine imwe netembo yechishona yakanyorwa nemai Jesse Kopirai handimukangani yainzi iyo Zvandari ndichitaurira nyaya iyi inyaya yekuverenga 1984 panguva yakanga kuchiintroduced new curriculum patanga tichitongopinda 4 years into our independence, and today we now have another new curriculum, a new curriculum that demands new readers, that also demands to build a new culture of readers. Saka kutanga isusu nenyaya yekusumudza mufundisi kuti vataure nyaya yenhaka yeupenyu free education program ndo vachatangira zvose nokuti vanhu vandatichitotaura vandatichitokuwelkamai kuti aiwa mauya vanyori venhau tinokutangirai zvakanaka mauya mese tasangana mufundisi. I want
to thank you all. My name is Pastor Maurice Mulambo, the Seventh-day Adventist Church, This year in February, we launched a program called Nakayopenyu, where as a church we are offering free lessons to our members. But I'm glad that in February we had more than 200, by the end of February, more than 200 students who were coming, including old folks and Adventists. We are glad to inform you that Mr. Kaposa was one of our pillar members. Besides his lectures, his lessons, our students are benefiting mainly because of books that he had published. Another book is called Essential Steps. Another one is called O-Level English Language Revision Guide. So the lessons are still in full swing every Sundays at Best College and the New Bright Science College in Newlands. We start at 8 and finish at 1 p.m. So we thank Mr. Kaposa for assisting us. He is one of our refined teachers. God bless you.
And this time I will actually introduce Mr. Kaposa so that he can do the launch. Mr. Kaposa, educationist, is a poet, is a publisher, is a writer, other things. Mr. Kaposa.
Yes, sir.
So now your time.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm glad to have this opportunity to launch our publications as Essential Books Publishing Company. We are launching 3 readers for the new curriculum. Discovered is that in today's crowded world, those learners that are in school are finding it increasingly difficult to find time to read books, to go through the novels like we used to do, like what alluded to that back in the days we used to read. So many learners today are afraid of reading huge manuscripts. They would rather read something small so that they go on to other things. There are so many competing choices that they have before them. What we have done as Essential Books Publishing Company is to try and get them to read again, to try and revive that reading culture once again by launching these mini books. So we have a range of mini books starting from the infant level. Today we are launching this one here. It's called There Was a Fly. One of our infant readers. Maybe some may want to know what are the features that are in this. A pupil actually reads the story. After every page, there's work to do. There's comprehension, and then there's work to do with finding certain words in the book, in the story. That learner the opportunity to serious comprehension work at an early age. So this one is the first one. There Was a Fly. Maybe it talks about Mr. Sango. I want you to read it and find out what happened to Mr. Sango, because one day Mr. Sango actually was sitting in his butchery. He used to have a butchery. He was a butcherman. Fly, a green butterfly buzzing. It was buzzing all over, and then it came into the shop. It started living in that shop. It said, "I'm going to stay here." And what did Mr. Sango do? If you read, you find out what he did with the first thing. He took a hammer and tried to chase the fly all over the shop. He took a knife. He tried to chase the fly all over the shop, and he took a gun. Finally, he managed to. Well, I won't tell you what happened in the end. The second one is this one here. It's called The Big Yellow Train. Now, one day, the little children at Ken's farm used to go to the rail track to watch the big yellow train passing by. Those of us who grew up in the 80s, they would remember these big yellow trains churning out a lot of smoke. So there was the big yellow train coming, and the little children would go there and listen to the sound. They would sing to the train, they would wave to the engine driver and do all sorts of things. And as it was passing by, they would wave their teeth and follow the sounds. And they went, the coaches, one by one, clank, clank, clank on the rail tracks and so forth. So this little book here, just like there was a fly, talks about the train. It incorporates a lot of sounds because the little ones want a lot to do with sounds. Actually, in the new curriculum, there are recommendations for a lot of sounds for the young learners. They learn through seeing, they learn through hearing. So there's the use of a lot of rhymes, rhythms, and sounds in this little book. Also, it has work to do. After every page, there's work to do. There are excellent, colorful pictures there of the big yellow train. It's not just about the train. It also tells about other trains. That there's also there's a passenger train. There's a goods train. It tells them that it moves on rail tracks. So once they are reading a story, which is the little humor, they also get facts like a train moves on rail tracks which are made of iron and so on and so forth. So this is one of the books that we are launching today. And then we have got The Magician, the third one here. Talks about a magician. His name was Kalulu. I want you to read and find out what happened to him. That one day he came and turned certain students into baboons. I wrote it based on what happened when I was in primary school. There came a man who was called Kalulu. I was on the farms there, one of the schools on the farm. He came there and did some tricks. I actually witnessed these things. And then when I was at, there came a man who came from, I think, Indonesia. He was called Muhammad. He was a magician. So I took those two stories and made them into one African, the other one Asian. Did the tricks, the antics, and so forth. But one day, when he was performed, when he came to that school to perform at Gwedi Primary School, he did a lot of things, and then towards the end, he did something happened. He just said, I want you to tell me to perform again one little trick that I did. And then they said, can you turn these 7 students into baboons? And they came onto the stage and they were turned into baboons. And he started playing with, he actually started playing music on his record player. As they were listening to that song, the baboons on the stage, the pupils that had been turned into baboons, started dancing. So as they were dancing, he asked a question, is there one pupil here who is one-eyed? Or somebody who has brought in some tumbo stuff or booty? And they apparently found nobody, but there came a little boy, Changa, the one-eyed boy. Now I want you to read and find out what happened, because those students that were turned into baboon, they just started running to Gomorrah Satan, and we see the magician quickly getting hold of his paraphernalia and running away. What happened in the end to the students? What happened to the magician? You read and find out. So we have launched these mini books, which are not long and maybe taking a long time to finish. At the end of this book, there is work on comprehension. Actually, there's some worksheets. There's a worksheet on comprehension work, on analysis. So students in upper primary, that is grade 6 and 7, as well as Form 1 and Form 2, will find this book useful. They will do creative writing tips here with some suggestions for writing a story. There are basics for writing a short story, the title, the character, introduction, plot, setting, what is the narrator, climax, ending, and so on and so forth. So there's just a whole lot of writers. And finally, there's a word power, that section which has some challenging words that are italicized throughout the story. At the end, the student will simply refer. So it also serves as a dictionary. So it's not just reading a story and getting amused by the story, getting entertained by the story, but there's also some aspects of learning. It portrays our culture as Africans, part of Ubuntu is contained here. And that's the story. So these are our 3 books: The Magician, The Big Yellow Train, and There Was a Fly. So we have designed many books. More are coming from different writers, from different organizations across the country that are going to, we'll contract them to write these books. It's a new initiative. What is our vision? Our vision is to get the little ones to read. Those in school, we want them to read. They should not just be entertained by music and social media. They should find time to read, because reading is development. Reading actually builds them. We have written here, our motto is new readers, building a reading culture through making books affordable and accessible. So our books are priced at a very, very low price that anybody can afford. They are of high quality, but at the same time, they are quite affordable. So we are going to churn out a lot of these mini books in the course of time. What is our, again, we want to change the way books are sold. We are not just going to put these books in the bookshop. No, the books are going to go to the people. So our strategies, we've got a lot of strategies that talk about books going out to the people. We are taking the books to the people. We are going to have book sales days. We are going to announce them the way Macheso and Chukudze announce their music shows. We are going to put posters that we are coming to Chitungwiza. Actually, Chitungwiza is on our radar. We are coming to Mavuku, Marondera, Karoi, Chinoi, Magwebe, Blawai. We will be putting posters to say, come and buy books. So this is a new initiative which we are taking to take the books right to the people. We are going to schools. We have been to the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education. I talked to the Deputy Minister concerning this launch and concerning these books. We are creating a relationship with the ministry so that we go into schools, we sell our books and get learners to read. So that is our vision, and those were some of our strategies. I am sure I've exhausted what I had to say. Maybe I can get the MC to address you once again. Thank you.
It's not yet one. Since we have had the writer speaking about the 3 books that he has already launched, The Big Yellow Train, The Magician, and There Was a Fly. Nyaya yekuverenga inyaya nokuti kunyange zvinonyogwa mumapepha nawo zvinotoda kuverenga kuti vanhu vange vachiziva kuti nyika yakamira sei. Saka kukurudzira kuverenga kwakanaka nokuti zvakare kunoita kuti nyika ivandudzike maonero nemumaziviro nemumaitiro kuvandudza upenyu, zvigadzirwa nezvitengeswa zvinoita kuti upfumi hwedu ugoungana. At this juncture, I will leave the writer and the moderator, Mr. Dapreta. Mr. Dapreta is a poet, he's a journalist, an award-winning journalist. He's the founder of Win Zimbabwe, which is Writers International Zimbabwe, which caters for the young, the grooming of upcoming writers. He's many things. So he's going to moderate the event here, the function here. So, Mr. Dapreta.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mchuri. Thank you also presenters for giving me this opportunity. I will not take much of your time, but for this is the most important segment, this questioning, where we will take your questions and comments as well. But just to remind you, we can keep our questions very brief and simple. Not brief and short, but brief and simple. So, not taking much of your time, I will leave this time to you. If you have any questions, any comments, feel very free to ask. Yes.
My name is Lucy Yassini. I'm a freelance journalist. We are seeing piracy in the countries on the increase. As a writer and publisher, how do you intend to go around it? Because the moment your books get into the market, somebody is going to make $1 out of them. How are you going to handle that?
Okay, thank you. That is a very good question, and it is one that demands an answer, but the answer is not simple, apparently. But we have tried to that funny issue by doing it the way the musicians are doing it. Like on the launch day, of course, I'll refer to those musicians. They go out there with 700,000 discs in the country. So that whatever happens on the following day, they would already have started harvesting. So what we are doing is that we are going to schools directly. We are going to different places defeat piracy, but it's sad to say you cannot exactly defeat it, because as long as there is technology, in just a day, all over the place. But we will try also to encourage people to buy the right quality, because there are a lot of good quality, so it compromises a lot of things. I've seen those books, who I know, so we are just trying, but we are very clear that God will actually help us in this initiative.
Thank you so much. I hope you answered me. Really, piracy is a cancer, and very important that Mr. Kapos has protected from that. Anyone with a question? No problem, and you can give us a follow-up question if you're
On a different subject, it's not piracy. In the 90s up to the early 2000s, there used to be an association that was called Budding Writers Association. Is this a resuscitation association? As an author, as a publisher, are you advocating for such associations to be resuscitated?
Yes, definitely. Anything that promotes writers, we advocate for their support of such institutions. Yes, I was a member of the Budding Writers Association of Zimbabwe for a long time, starting long back in the mid-90s. And incidentally, we worked together with the likes of a writer and even Mr. Mchuri. I could say we are products of the Budding Writers Association in Zimbabwe. Yes, we actually found some ground where we would come together and critique each other, so I can so forth. So it was, we came from BWAS, definitely. Even when I was still a member of BWAS, before it died a natural death, I started publishing the New Voices magazine. Actually, it was nominated for NAMA Awards in 2008. It was actually in the quest to promote writing, because writing goes hand in hand with development. So we supported. Right now, there is an organization called WIN, Writers International Network, and the director is here, Mr. Tapreta. It is also doing a very good job to try and assist upcoming writers. You know, if you are just writing out there, sometimes you get a lot of frustrations. You don't have hope that you're going to get published one day. Especially these days, publishers are not keen to put money on books that are not to do with not textbooks. So WIN is doing a good job in that direction, and we applaud what they are doing. And actually, I'm a member of WIN myself. I'm one of the editors on the Writers Network.
Definitely Boaz played an important role in our Zimbabwean literature, because even the senior writers that we have today, I think they helped build a legacy. They left something that is now running within the writing community. The likes of Memory Chirere and others, those were the mentors for the budding writers. I know him personally, but that's for another day. The budding writers together. Any comment, question?
Ndoda kungobvunzawo mubvunzo chete kuti ivo vakaposa muri kunyora inini mabhuku aya taona kuti matura zuva ranhasi ose ndeyechirungi. Tichaonawo here chishona achitukwa kuti vanodawo kuverengawo nechishona norurimi rwamai vagowanavo mukana wokurava, kana mamwewo dzimwewo ndimi sezvo muri publisher kudai. Tichazoonawo here vanonyorawo nechindau chichagara Chivenda neChitonga achizotsikiswawo essential books.
Maita zvakanaka mupepeto nawo. Tine urongwa ihwohwo hwekuti nerimwe zuva tizova nemabhuku anokavha mitauro yakasiyana siyana. Asi mukatarisa papress release, musazokanganwa kutora press release musati maenda perwe nawo. Pane bhuku rakanzi Netembo dzevechidiki. Uya washoma yekutera pama-forthcoming titles edu. Ine netembo dzechishona dzevana vechidiki. Kuedza zvakare kuti vana vafare netembo. Saka tine vanyori vakawanda vatichashanda navo vari kunyora mumitauro yakasiyana siyana. Tinotenda hurumende yakataura kuti iko zvinezvi taane mitauro inofanira kuita 10 tine 16 malanguages. Mitauro inofanira kuita 16. Saka tichange tichiedza kuti tishande nevanyori vanobva mumitauro yakasiyana siyana. Zikomo wambiri.
Yes, ndichiteera pamubvunzo mumwe chete iwoyo. Tinoona kuti isusu iye zvinezvi taingoona vanyori vachinge vari vanhu vakura kwegura vaanenge kuchena. Asi iye zvinezvi tinoona kuti muzvikoro maakunyuka vanyori vatsva vanotanga vachiri kuzvikoro. Mune here urongwa hwokuti muzoburitsawo mazwi avanyori vadiki vari muzvikoro unoenderana nezera ravo?
Aiwa, maita zvakanaka, tinotenda. Tine urongwa munguva shoma inotevera sezvandambotaura kuti takashanda nevanhu vekubazi rezvedzidzo tishande pamwe chete navo. Tine urongwa hwekuparura chirongwa checompetition yezvekunyora kubva pasi panonzi mainfants pachirungu. Vamwe vadiki vekunana grade 1 chaiko vanenge vachingonyora ngave mapicture. Tinoda kuti tiite anthology kana kuti mubatanidzwa wetunyaya twavo mitauro yakasiyana siyana, tichitanga newechishona pamwe chitewo zvakare newechirungu. Saka maita sekunge maziva urongwa hwedu hwatakaisa hwepamberi panguva shoma yekutevera, zvekuti gore rino tichatova tichishanda pamwe chete neWriters International Network kutsvaga kuti tingaite sei kuti tibatsire vana vari muzvikoro. Tichapublisha anthology dzakasiyana siyana pakusvika panopera gore rino. Pane opportunity kana vawane mukana wokuti vakwanise kuzvinyorwa zvavo zvichibudiswa zvichitsikiswa. Chinova chinhu chinofadza nekuti shungurudza munyori kupfuura kungonyora uchinyora mazibhuku nemazibhuku pasina anoziva kuti kune mabhuku akanaka akanyora.
Thank you. Yes.
Tichiri pavanyori kunyora kwavo zvinyorwa nhasi paCTV panguva yenhamo pane anga aripo pachirungu anga asina kubira zvekunyora, but ataura imwe nyaya yekuti vakandibira chinyorwa changu. Vakachengetedzeka sei vanyori ava kana vauya nezvinyorwa zvavo?
Vanyori kana vachinge vauya, ini semunyori ndichataura semunyori, ndotaura zvakare sapublisher. Dziko racho randaigona kusangana navo. Tinochengetedza zvikuru kana munyori auya nezvinyorwa zvake kwatiri. Tinosaina naye tinonyorana pasi kuti tawauya nezvinyorwa zvakati, zvichitaura zvakati. Zviri zvake umwe anogona kuva anyora rimwe bhuku rakanaka kutopfura mabhuku edu ose. Vamwe vanogona kuda kuba vatisiza hatidaro se-essential books tibatsire vanyori, because ini ndiri kubva kubackground yekuti ndiri munhu zvakare aityira zvikuru kwazvo kuti zvinyorwa zvangu zvingangobiwa. Saka ndakavenga chinhu chinonzi kubira munyori pamwe chete nechinhu chinonzi plagiarism. Umwe anogona kuauya nenyaya yakanaka sapublisher, anogona kutora nyaya iyoyo oimonora zvishoma yochinja kubvisa mazita oti yava yake. Takazviona zvichiitika izvi kune vamwe vapepeti vemabhuku, asi isu se-essential books hatidaro. Tinochengetedza munyori kana achinge auya even tisati tatsikisa zvinyorwa zvake, tinosaina naye contract yekuti aunze zvinyorwa zvake zvatichaongorora, tomupa ongororo yacho. Kana takwanisa kuzvitsikisa tichizvitsikisa zvakare.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kaposa. I think that's a very good question there about publishers versus writers. There are two generations of publishers at this moment in Zimbabwe: the traditional or established, and then there are the upcoming ones, the new ones. Why I am trying to explain is, I also have a story like in today's paper where about two authors were complaining against their publisher. So those are some of the disagreements. But as Mr. Kaposa explained, really, we are proud that Essential Books is alert on that. Also, just to speak on the new curriculum, on the new content, this is just my comment. I think the new curriculum is demanding that we should have local content. That time when we were reading about things from the outside, like stories from outside the country, where those are the characters, the names, the places, and everything, they are foreign and so forth. So our children won't get that. But now that Mr. Kaposa has come up, is challenged the other writers to use local content, that's very appreciated. Thank you so much. Any comments, question? Let's feel free. Let's be interactive. There seem to be no further questions or comments, but I will ask Mr. Kaposa if he has any further comments, anything that he feels he should explain to the press.
Yes, thank you, sir. Maybe it's actually about encouraging your children to read. Thank you for making that comment about us growing up at that time when we were under a chunk, I would say, from outside. It's not bad to read what comes from outside, but it's also very good and very important to build Ubuntu by reading our own literature, appreciating our own values, like what they've done in music. We have got the Urban Groovers, the dancehall artists. They made a Zimbabwean flavor. So what we are saying is, let us not just read foreign, because if you read foreign, at the end of the day, you become foreign in your thinking, in your outlook. You cannot appreciate who you are. So that is why you see these days people are changing themselves, they are lightening their skin and so forth. I'm sorry to say this, but it is a result of maybe self-hatred. So let us encourage our children to read. I would simply pose a question to all parents out there, that what are your children reading? It's either they are reading something or they are not. So encourage them to read, because there are people who have erroneously said that if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. Let's not go along that saying it's wrong. It will destroy our nation. So let us encourage our little ones to read. We have got something simplified, something humorous, something funny for them to read. So let us encourage our children to read, all the learners out there. This is an opportunity. Our books are very cheap that there's nobody who's supposed to complain that I cannot afford. You can afford our books, they're pretty cheap. We've got a special offer also. Anybody who wants to buy in large quantities, we have got a small discount that we give. Even in these days of cash hardships, we can find a way to make you pay for the book. Maybe one other thing that I have not talked about, let me just quickly allude to it. It is a new initiative that we have taken because the world is changing. Technology is moving very fast. We actually have put our books on an application which is called the Ziza application, please. So we have got hard copies, these hard copies, but we have also put already, we have got the work curated specifically for independent creators. Content, as we speak, I have my content uploaded already as an interactive course in which children can actually view the work on their home computers, their parents' laptop, tablets, smartphones, and so forth. After Ziza has rolled out this program completely, I will be selling this course to my audience online via EcoCash or credit cards. This means at the comfort of your homes, your offices, and so all places, you actually can find time to read these books without necessarily buying the hard copy. But let us buy the hard copy because you never know what happens to electricity. To read until electricity is restored. So we have got that coming. We are also moving with technology. We are not being left behind. So we have got different classes of people, those that prefer hard copies and those that prefer online copies, electronic copies. We are covering both. Thank you.
Mr. Kaposa, for